Hey, what's up, Journey Fitness? Happy almost 2018. Welcome to Journey Fitness number 6. You see, that's what I like to call it. So we got the temporary sign here. We have, anybody remember this? That was not very conducive for group training, but it was in the original 1,300 square feet. How about these? We got these balls. Now we have the other ones that are much more durable. They don't break as easy. Also, they make you reach a little bit lower, our jam balls. Here's one you've probably never seen before. Let's see here. Oh, there it is. We have much better stability ball racks than that. You can see the TRX hanging behind me. Yeah, I like to call this Journey Fitness number 6. I prefer to work out with you guys, but if I don't get it in, there's always coming right here, a few little dumbbells behind me. Remember that punching bag? There it is. That was a punching bag that hung in the original Journey Fitness. So I wanted to make this video for you because it's 2018 almost, and I want to give you an idea of where Journey Fitness is headed. First, in order to know where we're headed, I think that in order to know where we're headed, we got to talk about where we came from. So I'm going to share with you my screen here real quick and just walk you through a few things so that you can know where Journey Fitness is going in 2018 and all the exciting stuff that we have in store for you. So let me just kind of share my screen and take it from the top here with you. So here we are. So Journey Fitness 2018, wow, 2017 went fast. I'll tell you, I feel like it was the best of times, it was the worst of times type of thing, We had a tough year this year with our family, but our family's never been closer because of it. So I'm talking about the Barnes family, that is. Journey Fitness family. Speaking of that, I got something sitting in my garage. I haven't figured out where to hang it yet. Thank you, Chris. Friends, Chris and Heidi, friends are family one finds along the way. So that's our Journey Fitness family. That's what you guys are to me. Family that I found along the way. And Journey Fitness started from a place of adversity. You'll hear about that in just a second. And so I don't know what you've gone through in 2017. We all go through hardships, trials, tribulations. But I want you to know that we're on this journey together. And it's really all about perspective. So as you look back on 2017 and you see what it was that challenged you, let your adversity be your advantage. Let your past build muscles instead of wounds. Journey Fitness history. So my history leading up to Journey Fitness is an interesting one that you can read in that book right there. But the long and short of it is I've always felt that there was a special plan for my life. Right from the very first time that I was 15 years old and I got an autograph from Lee Haney. He was the guy that beat Arnold Schwarzenegger's Olympia record. He won it 8 times when Arnold Schwarzenegger had won it 7. And so I ran up to Lee Haney at the Gold's Gym and I asked him to sign an autograph for me. And he signed it, Lee Haney, and then he signed Matthew, and he signed 5, 14 to 16. And at the time I was like, who's Matthew? I didn't put it all together that it was a Bible verse. I was like, was Matthew his workout partner? What's going on? What's this 5, 14 to 16? I guess that's not the date, So anyway, long and short of it is, we all got a light that we need to let shine, and that was the little quote that he gave me. I later came back and actually worked in that Gold's Gym as one of my first fitness jobs. As you know from reading that book, if you haven't read it yet, it's a good story that shows that your adversity can become your advantage. I had to be humbled for a period of time. I had to take my journey into humble service and then later come home, and I joined a great organization that was willing to give me a chance and allowed me to go from coach to manager to chief operations officer. And in the meantime, our house has been flooded to the 2nd floor in the flood of 2011. Those of you that have people down in the valley, the Sarah Athens, Waverly area. You know what I'm talking about. And our house was right behind where there used to be Croft Ford. It's now a Williams thing. I think it's a Williams body shop. And our house was like a submarine. I mean, just the top of it sticking out. And so it was a tough time. And this lady that my father went to church with, named Rosa, was bothering him that, and I say bothered because she's like, I got this open space. And so meanwhile, my dad would call me and be like, you got to come check out this space. And I'm like, how am I going to check out a space? Because I'm not sure if I told you this yet, but I was let go from that job where I was able to advance all the way up to chief operations officer. I had a house flooded to the second floor. I was living in a FEMA trailer, not really sure where our next dollars were coming from. And these are the holidays when you're not really trying to go out and risk anything that you do have on starting a new business. So I show up, I tour the place, and it was more so just to pacify people, just so that I could explain that I didn't have any money, and then they could ignore me and say, okay. And I told Rosa that I didn't have any money, and Rosa says, well, I don't care about any of that. All I know is that God told me that you're supposed to be here, so when are you moving in? Well, who am I to argue with God, right? And so began Journey Fitness. And I remember getting so excited over the thought that I was going to be able to still pursue my passion in fitness and serve others with it. I sat down to write a mission statement, and the mission statement was life-transforming personal training. It's still intact. It's still our mission. It's who we are. It's who we've come to be. I see it through our coaches all the time. We've had some great team members join the vision, but this is what I wrote. I put a pen to paper, and I won't read it to you. You can see it on the screen right now, but we wanted to celebrate everybody's victories, you know, whether it be a 5K, 20-pound achievement, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, whatever it is. We wanted to be the type of people that knew everybody by name, as you all see that we do, sometimes introducing rooms full of 30 people. If you're in the hospital, we wanted to visit. If you stopped showing up, we were going to come find you and track you down. We called that a fitness emergency. Later, looking back on it, I guess I had a philosophy of looking for lost sheep. But that's just, sometimes we get different inspirations and we don't even know where they're coming from. But Journey Fitness has always been about loving, serving, and caring. And we wanted to educate you on nutrition and a nutritional approach that actually worked. And so we had our medically based diet from Burt's Pharmacy, which we still have today. We wanted to just help you transform your life and morph it from wherever you were disappointed to where you wanted to go. We wanted to be a coach in your life. And what I mean by coach in your life is, do you know where that word originally comes from? It was like a stagecoach. Stagecoach is a vehicle that takes you from where you are to where you want to go. That's what a coach should do. So that was our original mission. This is what it looked like. quick little preview for you, because I think that this is just good to take a little trip down memory lane. Look at that. Boy, can you imagine the tours in that place? So let me just take you a little walk around this room right here, and this is a tour of the space that we have to work out. But here's what you know, and here's what I know. It's not about the space. It's not about the equipment. It's always been about you. It's always been about a philosophy to love you and serve you better than anybody else. So we started with our 14 members and 1,300 square feet. And what still holds true today, recently we had a company come in. Some of you got to meet with the company. It was an outside company that did some interviews of our employees, did some interviews. I hate the word employees, by the way. I like the word team. But just for the context of this, they were interviewing our employees/team members. They were interviewing our Journey Fitness family. That's my favorite term for you guys. I don't like to just call you just members either. And so what they found out in the interview of team and members, especially you, our Journey Fitness family, is that the one word that kept on coming back was community. And I think it's that way, the word that we seem to own in the mind of everybody, community, because if you focus on your people, knowing them and loving them, how can you help but build community? You see, sometimes people get it all wrong. They come in and they focus on success and then they lose their community. I think that we've had success because we focus on our community. And because we focused on our community, we were able to impact other communities. By the way, thank you. Thank you for making that possible, because you see, as I would bring in new people, I know that our current members were a little skeptical. I remember when Jeremy and Jesse first came through our doors and were like, it wasn't Cindy and I doing the training sessions when it was Jeremy and Jesse. So you had to be open to allowing new coaches to join our team. But because you did, Jeremy was able to start Corning. Jesse was able to start Ithaca. JC was able to start Hilliard. So thank you. Thank you for being part of that growth and supporting that growth and supporting our vision to add people to the team that were passionate about helping people in the same way that we are. So there became 4 locations with wonderful, exciting, enthusiastic, loving communities, a corporate location. Speaking of communities, we impacted our community so much that other businesses were willing to let us come in and help improve the health and the happiness of their communities. We've been able to put on corporate challenges for places like Guthrie and Arnett, and well, you see them all on there, Borg Warner, Corning Incorporated. So people were turning to Journey Fitness to say, yeah, we'd like you to do some team building for us. We'd like you to help us make our work environment a healthier place. And so we're able to do that. And our vision, which, by the way, I never had a vision when I started. I just knew that I wanted to help people transform their lives, but never really had a vision for where Journey Fitness would go until recently. And now we're dreaming of a world where communities live a life full of passion, confidence, and friendships. And the reason that the word community is in there is because you gave it to us. You said that we own that word in your mind, like the word that comes to mind when you think of Journey Fitness is community. So if Journey Fitness could serve a greater purpose on this earth, it is to create a world where communities live a life full of passion, confidence, and friendships. Passion, just to be able to have that energy and strength and vitality that you're missing. Confidence, to feel good about where you're at and what you look like. Friendships, of course, it's about being on the journey with people. And that's what it's all about. So our refined mission, that mission is still very true. Those of you that, come up missing, you know that you're still getting the text, that we're still checking on you. Some of you have been visited by us when you've had instances in the hospitals, and that will continue to go on. But we wanted a mission that people could recite, and we wanted to involve that word community. So providing step-by-step personalized systems to help community members look, feel, live better. We do this through fun and effective group training sessions, nutritional guidance, and accountability to keep our community motivated, right? So we're narrowing it down here. We're seeing that there's 3 unique ways that we serve you. Through our training sessions, through our nutritional guidance, through the type of accountability that comes from a coach. Some of you are here to look better. Some are just trying to feel better. Some are trying to live better. And these are the different things that we're realizing as we go along. So it's not about changing who we are. It's about gaining clarity and focus of who we are and how we can best serve you. Core values. We opened up with these core values and we said, honesty, excellence, attitude, and team. That's what we were going to be about. And we said, if you can't stand the heat, baby, then get out of the kitchen. So still today, that's what it is, honesty. We have a type of philosophy where we actually want you to get what you're paying for. Excellence. We're always trying to set the bar in our industry. Attitude. People come to our locations for the type of attitude that we have, the positivity, and the team. If you've ever done an obstacle course with us, if you've ever done a race with us, then you know that we are like Army Rangers and no man is left behind. Well, we recently refined our core values to where leadership, professionalism, and being a community builder is also what we value. And actually it encapsulates that core value of heat, honesty, excellence, attitude, and team. You see, leadership is very important to us because we want to lead communities into being more healthy and happier and more vibrant. So we have to have leadership. We have to hire people who are professionals. And what we mean by professionals is that they're honest, that they're excellent, that they display a good attitude, that they care about team. Professional is authentic. We want to see coaches that come in and work out alongside you because they practice what they preach. So again, it's not changing who we are, it's expanding who we are. Community builders. It's got to be part of our core values if community is that word that you have put to us to say, this is the word that makes me think of Journey Fitness. Love, serve, care. That's what it's all about. If we have people that are leaders and they're professionals and they're community builders, then they will love, serve, and care for their team and their members in the way that you see it here in these pictures. They will be hanging out on the floor with you, going over food journals or just talking about things. They will be beside you for your workouts, maybe helping you understand the best form as you're bending, as Bubba is there in the picture. So that's what we're all about there. So what does this mean to you? What does this mean to you that we're refining who we are? Well, it means that we've identified that not everybody cares about stepping on the scale. Not everybody cares about doing a food journal. By the way, don't let this don't let this give you the wrong message. If you want to perform better, if you want to feel better, if you want to look better, if you want to move better, it still ties back to nutrition, and you should still occasionally step on the scale. But for some, it's a weekly progression because they're truly here to lose weight. For others, it's a secondary goal. So what's the primary goal? And when we find out that some are trying to perform better, they're just trying to maybe do an obstacle course race, or some are just trying to move better. They just want to be able to get down and off the ground. We realize that we have to learn how to serve their primary goal. And so there's a picture of what we'll be doing for the people that are here to move better. We'll be helping you with homework and helping you keep better, move better journal. People that are here to perform better. We want to connect with you. We want to help you with your programming that will be things for your off days. And you'll see soon that we're going to be talking about a specialty training for the obstacle course racers. Some of you are here to feel better. And what that means is you're like, I'm stressed out. I don't feel good about myself. We want to connect with you on a deeper level and help you with your mindset. So this is not new. It's just better. It's better service. It's better love. It's better care. It's better focus. That's what we're here for. That's what we're talking about. For example, as we head into 2018, we're going to be offering an add-on called the OCR training. This is something that we're going to be putting on at all locations. It's going to be on Saturdays. You'll be receiving emails about it, but it will be a specialized workout. Specialized workout to help people prepare for races like Spartans and our own race, Savage races, and all those kind of things. So again, our vision is a world where communities live a life full of passion, confidence, and friendships. And since it's a vision for the world, let's go back. Did you see that? A world. Well, what does it mean if we're going to impact the whole world? Is the whole world right here in Elmira? Is it right here in Corning or Sayre or Horseheads? The world is not just Hilliard alone. So 2018 Journey Fitness will be franchising. I'm sure that some of you have heard rumors about it. So let me confirm, we will be franchising. The reason that we will be franchising is because when we started Journey Fitness, we started Journey Fitness with the attitude that what was currently being done for people was not good enough. It's not good enough for you to give people your hard-earned money and for them to not even know your name. It's not good enough for you to come through the doors of a fitness center looking for help and they won't even help you with nutrition. It's not good enough for you to come through the doors of a fitness center that plans to make most of their money on the people that don't come. We wanted to track you down when you didn't show up. We wanted to contact you. So we wanted to be that difference maker in the world of fitness that can set the bar for something new. And because we have done that, and because we're continuing to gain ground on how we're going to do that, and the focus and the clarity of our vision, we've decided to franchise. So here's the issue with franchising. When you franchise, you should establish a trademark. You should try to trademark your company name and logo. Well, we recently had some feedback on that logo about the flames and whatnot, and some of our members, had some advice as to whether or not there was a very visible sign from a distance and all those types of things. So, interestingly, the branding company that came here tried several revisions of our logo to try to make it more iconic, like an apple. And in the meantime, a lawyer took our name and tried to trademark it. And you know what he found out? He found out that there was a place in Hawaii called Journey to Fitness. And so we could not have the name Journey Fitness because it was too close. We couldn't trademark it. So we said, well, can we hang on to a piece of it? So we're like, how about Journey Coaching? Because we're technically Journey Fitness Coaching. And they said that you couldn't use an adjective. So we really wanted to hang on to the word journey. Thank you, Mark. Mark was saying to me one day, he says, after all, most companies are just reduced to just one word. As you know, most of you say, you're going to journey, right? And so we're like, well, how about better self journey? We're like, that's just not enough. Best self journey, kind of like it. Better life journey, kind of like that one as well. Problem is that it doesn't really mesh with the logo. When you see a phoenix, it doesn't really mesh with that logo. So then we began the story of three. What are we really? We're fitness, coaching, and nutrition. We serve a retired population, a working professional population, and an adventurer, obstacle course racer. We like to think of ourselves as mind, body, and spirit, something a little bit deeper than just fitness. When you are on the journey, you have yourself, your coach, your community. There's a lot of threes that go together. So then we started saying, well, how about Journey 3? And that's just not enough with all the other numbers out there in the fitness industry, like 7, 10, 110, for the 110%, 212 for the 212 degrees. So we're like, all right, how about Journey 3X? Because it sounds like it's like, a little bit bigger than 3. But, well, if you had Journey 3X, you might be considered X-rated. So not a good idea. Then we're like, how about Journey Trinity? Those are like 3 things. And we're like, ooh, that's a little bit religious, so we didn't want to scare anybody off. Journey Trilogy. Sounds a bit like 3 stories, but we're a little bit more than 3 stories, especially with a book like 52 Amazing Journeys. Journey Trifecta. And then Cindy's like, that doesn't really roll off the tongue. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And it doesn't exactly go with our logo either. And then one morning, I woke up, and that was after a couple of nights of just going to sleep and dreaming and not really dreaming, but like just restless sleep where all you can do is think about the fact that something that you put your heart and soul into needs a little bit of a tweak. It's like asking you to rename a child. And I woke up thinking about 333 because we want to help you in the new year to identify which journey you're on, whether it's just to move better, whether it's to feel better, whether it's to live better, in a performance style type of way. And we want to serve you better. We want to serve you with our 3-pronged approach of fitness, nutrition, and coaching. And we are a place of mind, body, and spirit. As you know, we like to read to you in the cool downs just to try to move you mentally, move you spiritually as well as physically. And so I woke up thinking Journey 333. And I got on the phone with the attorney and I said, I got an idea. Journey 333. There's Fitness Quest 10 out there. There's a lot of different things that you could, go to and find different numbers. Like, for instance, there's that 212 fitness out there. And I'm like, I like Journey 333. And so he's like, well, let's do a little search. And so the initial search told us that the trademark was available. And then we did a little URL search. And we found out that the URL was available. But you know what? You know what's rather interesting? Google the number 333 sometimes. you'll find out that we were blessed to think of that number. And the lawyer challenged me. He said, well, maybe once you get going, you can have a number that ends in 333. And as soon as he said that, I realized I already do. If you're to call Journey Fitness Horseheads, the number is at the bottom, 607-735-0333. Pretty cool, huh? Still the same journey, just a more iconic logo, something a little clearer, something a little bit easier to see. You'll see the 3 peaks. You see the phoenix at the top. It's so cool to think about the Disney guy. So this Disney guy, he had worked on movies such as The Fast and the Furious and The Lord of the Rings and all this kind of stuff. And so, his job was to come in and look at what we had to communicate our brand and try to help us communicate it better. And so when you all told him that the number one word that came to mind was community, he had hands helping hands. He had a compass with a heart in the middle, all these different things. But what he ended up liking the best was a path up a mountain. And from that path that was going up the mountain, we wanted something at the top, and we determined that it could still be a phoenix. So it really just goes back to the same logo that we've had all along, just looking a little bit better. Same name that we've had all along, just adding a number to it that's going to become very special to how we love, serve, and care about you. Because our vision is a world where communities live a life full of passion, confidence, and friendships. Again, 3 things that we want to serve communities with. What we really feel that it's all about is relationships, results, and retention. So we feel if we connect with you in the way that a coach should and form that coaching relationship and get it strong enough, that will bring you to a place of results. And if we bring you to that place of results, then we shouldn't lose anybody. You see, sometimes we lose people because they didn't get where they needed to go. And sometimes we've lost people along the way because they just didn't see the vision. So that's why I'm out here today talking to you. So what I'm challenging you to do is let us serve you better. Help us be who we want to be to you and the rest of the world by doing things like joining the New Year, New You. Here's a little special preview of the New Year, New You. There will be a coach assigned to every team. You are already starting to get texts from various coaches. And so when you're getting a text from a coach, it's because they've been in a training session with you. They've connected with you. They want to make sure to help you to your goals. And so what we're all doing is we're all saying, well, who's in this training session? Who's in that training session? So even when you're not missing an action, we're just wondering how we can connect with you. We've started a thing in Sarah where it's Coffee Thursdays. And I'm inviting you to coffee with me right now. Yeah, you. Hey, you still paying attention? I know I got a little bit of a presentation going on here. But if you're listening to this and if you'd like to connect, then I'm going to give you my information in a second, and let's go to coffee. See, we're raising the bar. We're raising the bar in the fitness industry because we're saying if people are coming in, see, group training throughout our industry, when I hear words like CrossFit or indoor boot camp or things like that, it's a workout. And honestly, it's not as well thought out of a workout as what we're giving you. In the upcoming year, we're sharpening our game of program design, making sure our goal is healthy shoulders, healthy backs, the most effective programming for fat loss and gaining muscle and gaining strength. Okay, so again, we just want to make sure that we have the very best out there, and we can only continue to have the very best if we continue to get better. Because if you want to stay on top, you got to continue to stay hungry and keep on searching for that excellence. So we're raising the bar in many areas. And one way that we raise the bar from the beginning is saying, we want a place where everybody's known by name, where people, even though they're being trained within a group, get a chance to weigh in. They get a chance to have their results tracked. They get a chance to turn in a food journal. I challenge you to find a place of group training that does that. You see, most group training is just a workout. That's all it is. And they call it training, but I'm not even really sure that much training goes on if you're not getting weighed in, if you're not getting help with nutrition, if no one's setting a goal with you, if no one's tracking your results. So we're raising the bar. And how you can help is just let us connect with you. Let us weigh you in. Let us track your results. Let us help you set a goal. When we send you a text, please reply to it. Please reply to it and just tell us how we can best serve you. Tell us if you're struggling. Tell us if you don't know what to eat, or, you know, if you're just losing some motivation, let us know. Let us serve you. See, 52 Amazing Journeys, that was volume 1. We want 52 Amazing Journeys, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, and on and on and on. So please continue to share your goals with us and let us put you on the wall of fame. Let us put you in a book. Let us be that person in your life that helps you become exactly who you want to be. And if you'd like to connect with me, I would love to connect with you. So that's my cell phone number on the screen, 570-886-0852. That's my email, travis@journeyfitnesscoaching.com. If you have a New Year's resolution, please put it on the board. Please share it with me, share it with one of your coaches, share it with whoever you feel the closest to. I have a thing called a roadmap. Todd Durkin sent it to me every year. I think this is year number 5. And it's like 105 questions. Helps you really identify what it is that you want to make 2018 your best year yet. You see, you have to look back and you have to say, well, what was good about 2017? Well, let's see. 2017, I really enjoyed, this and that and the other, right? It's different for everybody, but that just helped you to identify what it is that you want more of in 2018, right? What were your good habits that allowed you to do that? Those should be some good habit goals for 2018. What were some of the things that were your bad habits? Those should be the things you try to get rid of in 2018. So this roadmap, if you'd like me to share it with you, I'd love to share it with you. I promise you, a few hours spent on the roadmap will make for your best year ever in 2018. It will pay you back huge dividends. So think about that. And one final thing. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Because without you, this club would not exist and none of this would be happening. Thank you for every team member that you allowed us to add. Thank you for every location that you supported. Thank you for taking part in our vision. Thank you for spreading our message. Thank you for when you've brought friends through our doors and told family members about us. I just can't thank you enough. You truly are the family that we found along the way. And we are grateful to have you as part of our Journey Fitness family. Happy 2018 to you. May this year be your best one yet. Let's connect.